U.S. President-elect Donald Trump kicks off what he calls a thank you tour on Thursday with a campaign-style rally in Cincinnati, Ohio. His first stop, however, will be in Indiana, where he'll tout an agreement reached with air conditioner maker Carrier to keep about 1,000 jobs in that state. In Indiana, Trump and Vice President Mike Pence are due to visit Carrier's plant in Indianapolis and give a more formal announcement of the deal to keep jobs in the Midwestern state instead of moving them to Mexico. Trump transition team member Anthony Scaramucci says this is an example of the president-elect's economic policies at work.
If you keep 1,000 jobs for the Carrier Corporation and you leave them in Indiana, well, that's an increase, or at least not a decrease in your tax base. So the idea here is to use the tax policy to create more middle-class jobs and to create wage growth for the working class. And so the combination of those two things, I think you'll see with dynamic scoring that we should have a deficit neutral, or possibly even a reduction in the deficit if we handle this properly.
Carrier, which is part of the industrial and military conglomerate United Technologies Corporation, said earlier this year that it was relocating its Indiana operations as a cost-cutting move. The company said in a statement Wednesday that factors in its decision to stay included financial incentives from Indiana and a promise from the incoming Trump administration to create an improved, more competitive U.S. business climate. A policy analyst with the nonprofit group Issue One, Meredith McGee, says the Carrier's decision is good news, but raises questions about the influence of money in public policy.
I think this is actually what happened with Carrier is a perfect demonstration of the, if you will, awesomeness of the power of the presidency, which shows why these steps are unique and why these conflict of interest issues are so important.
Well, neither the company nor Trump has given details such as what threats or specific incentives were used to get Carrier to change its mind, or whether United Technologies will move other jobs from a separate Indianapolis plant to Mexico. Trump may have had some leverage over United Technologies, which also owns a company that supplies fighter jet engines and relies in part on U.S. military contracts. For now, the deal seems to be a win for Trump, who made frequent promises during his election campaign for president that he would prevent companies from moving jobs abroad and bring back jobs that have already been lost by imposing stiff tariffs on the company's products for sale in the United States.